It's the Andy Griffith Show, facts and trivia, with your host, Bob Snap.
Hi guys, welcome to the Andy Griffith Show, facts and trivia. Thank you for being here. Today's video, I'm a big fan of both of these shows, Big Bang Theory and of course the Andy Griffith Show. That's why we're here. But did you know that Big Bang Theory kind of did a little tribute, kind of a little nod to the Andy Griffith Show on their show? Big Bang Theory has been never opposed to a heavy-handed nod to pieces of pop culture that predated and inspired its creators. From the plethora of Star Trek references to a cast made up of several memorable names from nerd culture, the show knew how to do fan service well. However, one of the most blatant references to those that came before may have gone over people's heads. To discover this, one has to look at the characters of Sheldon and Leonard. Big Bang Theory was one of CBS's most successful sitcoms ever, with a cast of 4 geeks and their beautiful friend Penny. The series watched as social outcasts guided their way through a world that often looked down on them and gave a different side of a formula used by Friends, Seinfeld, and several other sitcoms that came before it. The show knew what it was. It left breadcrumbs for fans who, like its protagonist, had a taste for science fiction, comic books, and other nerdy culture staples. To do this, it made no qualms, paying tribute to, recreating, and referencing everything from Star Trek to obscure cartoons from 40 years ago. At its heart, however, it was about a group of friends. The formula worked, and the series ran for 13 years before airing its final episode in 2019. However, although the show is off the year, it's still a hit on syndication. Perhaps this success can be owed to nods either not as obvious as Leonard Nimoy cameos or Will Wheaton appearances. From pulp culture references to complicated math and science, The Big Bang Theory knew its audience. However, for a series like this to work, it had to look at its genre, too. CBS has a rich history of sitcoms that will resonate decades after they aired their final episode. Many of these series were produced by a man whose name might sound familiar. Richard Heldenfels of the Akron Beacon Journal noted this in a paragraph about the series' hidden features. Heldenfels was asked if the names Sheldon and Leonard were a reference to producer Sheldon Leonard. He acted in more than one classic movie before a successful career as a television producer. He said there is. Sheldon Cooper, played by Jim Parsons, and Leonard Hofstadter, Johnny Galecki, are in fact collectively named after Sheldon Leonard. Simon Helberg portrays Howard Wolowitz, a tough-talking actor at one time. He's the mean bartender in It's a Wonderful Life. Leonard became a successful producer of The Danny Thomas Show and The Dick Van Dyke Show, and I Spy and other TV series. He died in 1997 at the age of 89. While the nerdier references might resonate more with the modern audience, these names show the creators were looking further back to make it work as a sitcom. Sheldon Leonard started his career as an actor in the 1930s and continued doing so until he died in 1997. However, while he had notable roles in several hit films and television series such as It's a Wonderful Life, his greatest accomplishment was as a television producer. Starting with The Danny Thomas Show, Leonard began a successful production career that crossed several decades. His most famous work, The Andy Griffith Show, and Gomer Pyle USMC, helped make CBS and sitcoms as a whole the shows they are today. At its core, Big Bang Theory isn't like these shows, but without them, it could never have been the success it is today. Now, while it might be the first show that people think of when they hear about The Big Bang Theory, secured its place in television history while calling back to those shows, especially the Andy Griffith Show that came before it. Sheldon Leonard was a huge part of the Andy Griffith Show, if you didn't know that, a huge part. Him and Andy were kind of like partners within that show, and I love the thing I did want. I don't know if to video on it or not, but I read about it. So they had one argument. Sheldon Leonard and Andy Griffith, and that was over using marijuana, because Andy didn't want to, he wanted a boss, but he didn't think that a mayor should be boss of a county employee. Makes sense to me. I always said that. I always wondered why Andy took his crap. All I got for you guys, please don't forget about classic rural comedies, facts, and trivia. So Miss Nancy Culp, who played Miss Jane Hathaway on the Beverly Hillbillies. And she just didn't realize how funny she was. And this is really good. I know she's not just not talking about the Beverly Hillbillies, but I mean, she really down on herself because you got to watch it. This is very interesting. Classic TV facts and trivia is Kate Jackson. Was she fired and she quit Charlie's Angels? Classic rock country music facts and trivia. Jason Aldean speaks candidly about coping with the Las Vegas Route 91 tragedy, and he reveals he did have a breakdown. And Faith and Entertainment, the Chosen star Jonathan Rumi shares encouraging message for youth. He says, "Here for Jesus." I love Jonathan Rumi, man. He's so cool. All I got for you guys, please subscribe. If you have not yet, please like this video. I'd appreciate it. You have a great day. God bless you. And as always, I'm praying for you.